And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Oh my God. Gave blood today. Red blood cells. They call it super red at Vitalant. Vitalant is the place to go to give blood. They gave a double portion of red. I'm kind of feeling it now. I'm kind of a little bit out of breath. Just going to let you know. Might be all the hardcore drug use. Wait a second, Crypto Hulk. If you're on all those drugs, how do you give blood? And then the other person asked me today, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. If you're really Crypto Hulk, don't you have green blood? And I'm like, is that a trick question? No Narcan. No Narcan needed. Oh my God. Oh man. You know, I was in a rehab, alcohol rehab, like, damn, when I was in the Army, actually. Imagine that. I wonder why. After we came back from a deployment, of course, it was a few months later, and I ended up in like a little short-term stay. They wanted to give me some kind of pill when I got out. And some pill would make me not want to drink or something. And I'm like, no, man. I don't have a problem drinking. I just have a problem when I can't drink. You don't seem to get it. So I went through all these shenanigans. I think it was like 6 months. Not living there for 6 months. I think I lived somewhere for like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, fuck, this just blows. And then I was like drug tested. I'll tell you what. Even though I was drug tested once a week, I still drank. Even like the day before. But I just didn't. I'm not going to tell you what I did to a lot of liver cleaners. Let's put it like that. Daily liver cleaners. All right. Let us continue. And after the treatment was over, like 6 months later, they said, so, are you done drinking? I'm like, you kidding? I never stopped this whole program except that 3 days you guys had me locked up in that nut house. Or 4 days, whatever it was. And they're like, you've been drinking the whole time? Just kidding. But I really wasn't. Are we talking booze? Yes, dude. Yahoo! Now, in the Army, I drank vodka and Gatorade because you had to stay hydrated and shit. Yeah, they'd have you up the next morning doing PT and shit early. Like, I do PT in the morning, but these motherfuckers would make us run like 5-6 miles in the morning. Man, if I drank that vodka, I had to have a lot of Gatorade with that shit too. So, with that, I gave my red blood cells. So that's going to be, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm telling you, I'm going to feel about 24 hours later tomorrow, I'll start getting better. My workout tomorrow will be really light. Maybe half the time or something like that. I'll be wiped out. So I was stationed at Fort Irwin, California as a punishment. Oh, I remember going to Fort Irwin right before we went to Iraq. Out there in the middle of the desert. That fucking place was hot. Chucky Bourbon. So welcome 2024 Crypto Explosion members. We have a small little group here. About 52 people. Well, yeah, 52 people and 18 thumbs up. Hit the like button. Hit the fucking like button. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. You know, I don't know anything about finances, crypto at all. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I need to be getting high off cocaine, heroin. Actually, I am right now. 24/7 for 6 years this program's been running. I've stayed high. Opium, LSD, fentanyl. I eat 10 pounds of fentanyl a day, Stephen Morris. And that brand new shit. They got the new fentanyl. It's even stronger. Oh, I'm gonna eat a mouthful of that per day. Rookie numbers, Hulk. Only 10? Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I never can get enough. All right, so don't pay attention to anything I say. I'd be the last person in the world you want to get any kind of financial advice from. Okay. Europe's banks, everybody, I'm just showing you. You know, I was talking to a $500 member today, and the guy is frustrated. He's frustrated. He wants crypto to go up. He's miserable, absolutely miserable. He's realized he was buying and selling crypto a lot last year, and now he's realizing he's going to have to go back and get a JOB. You guys, look, and I was telling him, this will happen when it happens. You can't time it. You can't predict it. You're lucky. He's got some good crypto. Well, he's got the crypto that Crypto Hulk has. So I was looking at his portfolio like, oh, Axelar. Oh, shit, you got the Canton. Oh, that's all stuff like I got. So I said, look, man, your crypto's good. I looked it up and down. It's great. You just got to wait, man. And I told him the reason I moved to Reno is because Mrs. Hulk's in like a medical school, and they have a particular program here in Reno that we have to go to. But I said, hey, she's been waiting to get rich for 6 years now. I started saying the first year I was in crypto, 2020, oh, we're going to be rich anytime now. 2021 hit. Oh, we're going to be rich. 2022, she's like, would you stop saying that? And I'm like, what? Well, we are. I just may not know when. That's the key. This guy is so frustrated. He was kind of getting depressed. He's like, man, what is going on? I've been in crypto for so long. And I'm just trying to talk to this guy. And I'm like, look, man, why the fuck do you think I went to Reno? I'm spending a lot of money on this house. Reno's not cheap for rent, let me tell you. For what I'm paying right here, fuck, man, I'd rather be in Roseville, a nice part in Roseville, California, instead of this fucking Reno place. It's fucking expensive here. So anyhow, I told him, hey, Mrs. Hulk quit her job. So basically, let's say whatever she makes, 3, 4, 5,000 a month, whatever. I got to cover all of her bills, pay for a house note and all this shit so she can go to school. And I'm just like, fuck. It's going to happen when it does. All right. We got to live our lives. I just said, you want to go to medical school? Fucking go to medical school. I'll just keep doing Crypto Hulk and I'll be 370 years old by the time we get rich. It'll be like the year 2320 by the time crypto hits. The only thing positive I was telling him and some other people is now is the time when you got a membership of Crypto Hulk 500. See, I'm not a counselor. I'm not a licensed mental health therapist. I could tell I helped the guy out a lot by redirecting how he looks at shit. I said, look, man, I work every fucking day. It's not slave work. I'm not out in the 110-degree heat and shit like that. But this is like every fucking day. All day, I got something crypto on my mind. I'm checking the email. I'm looking for news articles. I'm answering calls from people like you that are having crisis. Okay. We will be cyborgs when moon meow. Yeah, I'll probably have half my body will be a robot of some sort. So Cheeny Lee says hi. So I want you, give me a call or whatever if you need to, and we'll discuss things. There's ways to get more cryptos. I can be creative. If you don't have the money, we can figure out ways to probably get something done or whatever. But I'm here when you got your membership to call you 2 to 3 times a week or whatever, if need be, to go over stuff, to figure out how you're doing and all that. This is like an endurance race right now. And you got to hang in there. And sometimes it's good to talk about when you're pissed off and mad so somebody else can help you look at you. I said, look, everybody's fucked up in different ways. Some people are more fucked up than you or me, and other people are less fucked up. But it's like everybody's waiting. Shit. I'm like, shit, dude, I've been doing this fucking shit every day for 6 years. I've had one fucking vacation for a week. One fucking vacation for a whole week in 6 fucking years, okay? I'm not mad. I've taken a couple little work breaks to Vegas. That's a business expense. I write that off. I do business on the trips. So that's not even really, I'm still working. I'm still trying to do a 1 show a day at least. It just 6 fucking years and I get 1 week on a cruise ship. So I'm kind of fucking ready for this to take off. I understand, you know. Then I'm like, when I was in college, we're talking 95. I started college. I was 25 years old. By 1997, the girlfriend then became wife. And we got married. And little Junior was born. Made her debut on the world back in 97 in August. So I'm trying to go to school full time while the wife's at work as a part-time sales rep. 25 hours a week. I'm watching the baby. If I'm not watching the baby, I'm doing homework. And if I'm not doing that, on weekends, I'm teaching people to drive. Classroom, behind the wheel. And that was like a good solid 3 fucking years doing that shit. For 3 fucking years. Think I had a week or 2 vacation? I didn't have shit. I had to work out in the apartment. We had no money for daycare or a workout gym. I might have had money for a really cheapy workout gym, but who's going to watch the baby? Because I don't have money for daycare. So I'm working out in the apartment with a backpack, canned goods. I throw cans of food in a backpack, tools and shit in a duffel bag. I mean, trying to lift. I said, man, I understand. I may not understand your problem, but I've been through some shit in life. So for years, for a good solid 3 years, I'm trying to do that at home, okay, to make ends meet. I think at one point we were getting some kind of SNAP government assistance. You know, would you get the peanut butter and eggs or something like that? Or can't remember. I remember I had to eat Costco chicken in the bags, the Costco brand chicken wings. One day it was chili lime. The next day it was barbecue. I'd eat that shit for a whole year straight. And we had rice because Asians eat rice. So it was Costco chicken every fucking day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It was either chili lime for breakfast, barbecue for lunch, and if I wanted to throw in some rice, and that was fuck my life for 3 years. So, you know, I was telling them, I understand your problem, but other people's got worse shit than you. You know, when you got a little baby, you're trying to, I'm supposed to be a man, a dad, raising a kid. I got to do whatever the fuck it takes to make ends meet and pay bills and shit, man. It's called fucking sacrifice and man up and do your fucking job and raise that little kid. So that's what I had to do. So there you have it. All righty. Let me get this article for you. I want to show you what's going on in Europe. Europe. The big banks, everybody. Europe's biggest banks are going all in on crypto. Everybody, I'm telling you, it's going to start the second half of this year. Brahimi, I don't know. Brahimi is Lamin Brahimi, edited by Betsy Farber. Okay, whoever the fuck this Brahimi is. Brahimi explores, maybe it's a person. Oh, this is an opinion page written by somebody named Lamin Brahimi. Brahimi explores the impact of Europe's banks' integration of crypto. Now, they use the word digital assets. European banks, I want you to try to catch this because this is happening right now in Europe, okay? I don't care what the prices are. That is not my fucking concern. My concern is integration. What is going on in Europe? Is anything going on? Somebody show me something. We got European banks integration of crypto into their existing brokerage and payments infrastructure. Let me tell you what this means, okay? I'm going to summarize this for brand new people. Europe has a platform and they have existing brokerage and payment infrastructure. They're putting crypto in that. Oh, so what's going on? Let me tell you what's really going on. Crypto Hulk, tell us what you really feel. You don't do that enough. What we got is traditional infrastructure, old school shit, okay? Then, years ago, they started running parallel crypto platform. Then in the parallel crypto platform, they added all of this stuff. So now it's on one platform, XRP Ledger, and everything else on top. Stellar, XLM, XDC, Canton Coin, layer after layer after layer. Oh, shit. That's what's going on. They have existing brokerage and payment infrastructure all put in with crypto. You don't have to go to this site for that, this site for that. You know, I was looking on my MetaMask yesterday. I was looking on MetaMask, and it's not the same. Update to the latest feature. Okay. MetaMask has added all this stuff, you guys. Like, I'm telling you what. I've got crypto here. I've got perpetuals. See that? Perpetuals. Prediction markets, NFTs. You can import NFTs. And I saw other shit. Perpetuals, pick a token, and you can long or short a token. Then set your order size. Go long to profit if the price goes up. Go short to profit if the price goes down. Choose your leverage. You can now leverage 10, 20, 30, 40x, whatever. I'm showing y'all. I'll tell you what. I don't need Zoltar for this. In 3 to 6 months, I might have stocks, bonds, derivatives, equities, every fucking thing on MetaMask, everybody. All in one. I don't got to go to the Dow Jones for this. I don't need to go to Kraken for that or Charles Schwab. Every fucking thing is going to be in like a super app, okay? Europe is showing us right here. These top European banks have now existing brokerage, payments, and crypto. And they're going to roll this out this year. I'm telling you what. Something important happened in Belgium early this year. KBC, the country's largest bank, insurance group switched. Listen to this. They switched on regulated Bitcoin and Ether trading for retail investors. They switched it on. So now retail can get Bitcoin and Ether. They always start with that. And it's on their brokerage platform. They're mixing in. Everybody, the largest banks are now letting people like us, retail, get involved in this. What matters is not only that a major European bank enabled access to digital assets, it is how that access was introduced. Pay attention. With an existing regulated platform, they put it all in there. Inside an established client journey. And as part of the broader financial environment customers already use. The customers was already using this bank's, what is that? KB, what is that bank again? KBC. KBC is a bank / insurance company, and people are already trading stocks, bonds, and all that. What they do? They added crypto in there. Ta-da. Now, just those two, Bitcoin and Ethereum, because they got to prop those up. They're fake as fuck, okay? You got to prop the fake as fuck up stuff first. What we have here, the first era of bank-distributed digital assets was ring-fenced. For the better part of a decade, banks that touched digital assets did so at arm's length. In many cases, that approach made sense. Digital assets raise difficult questions around custody, governance, compliance, sustainability, and operational resilience. As a result, crypto was often treated adjacent, like next to or as an alternative. Now they put the crypto inside all the other ones, everybody. I'm letting you see this. It's all happening. That equation is now changing. Across Europe, institutions are increasingly evaluating digital assets, not as a separate category requiring a distinct commercial and operational stack, but as capabilities that may ultimately need to sit within the same control environment as other financial products. That shift remains uneven, and institutions are moving at different speeds, but the strategic direction is becoming clearer, okay? What we are seeing in Europe right now, and I'm showing you, there's 12 banks, and we talked about this already. The Kibalis is what they formed. A European stable coin, everybody. Woo! Okay. This is what's happening right now. They're getting all set up. Amber Hobson. Let's see here. They're getting all their banks hooked up to the euro, the Giro. What we're going to have, and we'll get into this one in the next article here. The pattern is already visible. Look at who has moved in the past 12 months. BBVA went live in Spain. DZ Bank, Germany's largest cooperative bank, followed. Societe Generale built its crypto infrastructure through its Forge, that's Forge subsidiary. And now it's KBC in Belgium. Everybody, I want you to see what's going on. The largest of the banks, there's like a pecking order. The biggest bank, like BlackRock in America, goes. Then under BlackRock, and it goes down to the bottom line. That's what's going on, everybody. Nobody's doing shit in America until BlackRock gets hooked up. Once BlackRock has that BUIDL, that BUIDL, that's a crypto with Ondo and all that stuff, then maybe State Street can go. And then maybe somebody else can go. But no one's going before BlackRock. That's for sure. Europe, we got a very similar thing going on. BBVA, DZ Bank, Societe Generale, and now KBC. And then after that, it's a smaller bank and a smaller and smaller. And then after that, it'll be all the credit unions. I want you to see what is happening, and that's what's happening right here. These banks in Europe are among the most stringent financial institutions, and they are all arriving at the same architectural conclusion. What is that conclusion? Digital assets belong in the existing stack, not alongside of it. That means crypto needs to go in where all the cryptos and the stocks and the bonds and the equities, everybody, it's coming. You can see it right here. I don't know when this goes full bore. I don't know when we get rich. I don't even fucking care. You and me are watching this all go down, all get set up. And I'm going to tell you what cryptos are involved in this. You're going to go out and run out and buy them and hold them. If you're brand new, congratulations. You're coming in at a great time. You're coming in at $1.30 something XRP. Congratulations. It was about 380. You're coming in right now with HBAR at about 7 or 8 cents. It used to be 41. We can go on and on. Fucking Ondo was $1.50. Now it's like what, 31 cents? Brand new people, you're lucky. Your money is going like 4 times the value. Like before, like now, $1 buys $4 of crypto. It's just crazy. Let me get some water. Hold on a sec. Okay. Institutions can offer digital assets as seamlessly as they offer any other financial product across trading, payments, and custody. So everybody, it's coming. That's what we're seeing right here. Let me go into a deep dive here. Europe's banks are going all in on crypto. It's called Kibalis, Qivalis. What is that? If you're brand new, there's 12 banks. There's 12 banks launching fully MiCA compliant euro. Now, what I'm going to ask you is a question here. Now we're going to get a little conspiracy. Don't get cray-cray on me. 12 banks. Now, let me ask you. Let's take this back to Rome. Ancient Rome. How many kingdoms were... What was the most kingdoms that Rome had? Does anybody know? Somebody look that up on Grok. I'm doing it now. Let me see here. I'm just kind of curious on how many kingdoms. 46 provinces. They had provinces 40 to 46. I was thinking there was like 12 at one point. Because that number 12 means something. I'm going to get off that subject before it gets me in trouble. Stoulevel, somebody said 7 kings, 10 kingdoms. Okay. Could have sworn something's going on with 12 with that. Maybe that was like when Rome fell, it had 12 kings or something like that. I'm not quite certain. But anyhow, let me get off the conspiracy stuff. There's something called Kibalis, Qivalis. What is this? This, I'm telling you what, everybody, it's coming. In Europe, in the second half of this year, these 12 banks are going to release a CBDC, a one-to-one backed. It's a digital euro, but here it is. It's a institutional euro, so it's not really a government euro. It's something that the 12 biggest banks are putting out. So if you have if you have this Kibalis, you could go into any bank and use this Kibalis. All right, that's what's going on. They're making their own. It's interesting how it's under the Dutch Central Bank supervision. Remember the tulip back in the 1600s, the 1500s, they had the tulip craze where tulips became money and then the tulips ended. Well, here's where the tulips are starting again. The Kibalis. It's amazing how history repeats itself. Now, they're going to use Taurus for custody. Taurus. Very, very important. Taurus. We'll get into that later. Again, Europe, this year, 12 biggest banks are creating a digital euro for wholesale, and they're going to have their crypto, and it's good at all those 12 banks. Taurus will be providing custody. We'll later learn about Taurus, and then I'm going to show you all the cryptos that are involved in this whole big clusterfuck, okay? Let's look at anything that's interesting as far as who are the founders or advisors. Let me look, see if there's anything interesting that I notice here. ING. So ING has a big play in this. I think at one point there was some kind of Ripple connection. Fireblocks is involved in this. Okay, Fireblocks. Where does Fireblocks come from? The Israeli Defense Force. That came straight out of Israel. Just saying. So it's basically military or origination. Fireblocks serves 300 banks and payment firms. Taurus is there we go, Switzerland again, Switzerland. Swiss digital asset infrastructure firm provides Taurus Protect. So Taurus is coming out of Switzerland. Now that's very interesting because Medico, I want you to see something here, everybody. Medico is a crypto platform that came out of Switzerland. Taurus is, okay, so Medico came out of Switzerland. They sold that to a German bank called DeVrent. Oh, God, I forgot the name. DeVrent and something. Ripple then bought Medico from DeVrent and called it Ripple Custody. Now, this came out of Switzerland as well, Taurus. I'm going to tell you what, I think that it's another Medico of some sort, okay? I don't have evidence. That's just my belief. It's just only a hunch. But what are the odds of that, right? Think about this. Ripple's custody came out of Switzerland. So is this Taurus. I mean, come on, man. And all the banks of Europe are using Taurus. Like, come on. All this shit is so fucking, it's all the top 5 families of the world. Let's continue. Enough of this speculation. Kibalis and Fireblocks formed a partnership, everybody. Guess when? April 21, 2026. Oh, just about 6 days ago. Caleb and Brown uses Fireblocks. See right here? That's why we're with Fireblocks, because all the banks in Europe are using it. There is heavy government involvement in this project. You got the Dutch Central Bank is directly supervising this whole thing. That's amazing right there. Something's going on with in Dutch. In the Netherlands, somebody of very, very great importance. 12 central banks. 12 banks are involved. Banca Sella, BBVA, Ripple Partner, BNP Paribas, Ripple Partner, Deca Bank, Ripple Partner, DZ Bank, Ripple Partner, Raiffeisen Bank, UniCredit, Ripple Partner, Societe Generale, Ripple Partner. Everything is Ripple Partner, just saying. Okay. Fireblocks. We got the 12 banks. Deutsch. Taurus Protect. Up Consensus. Consensus is involved in this, so is Swift. Now, well, isn't that something? Consensus is also with MetaMask. Joseph Lubin, who runs Consensus, said that they made the crypto Linea, Linea. Let me show you that one. Caleb Brown has this. Caleb Brown has the best quality Linea on the planet. It's 100% pure. The Linnea that Caleb Brown sells. Right there. There is your Linnea. I gave you the link. It's 0.003. Oh, you got to love it. Now, Linnea, over the past month, Linnea is up 24% over the past month. Just thought I'd let you know. Not a big deal. That's the trend. Joseph Lubin, that runs Consensus, says that Swift is going to be using Linnea. Swift tested Linnea for a whole year. No other cryptos, just that. And then the test was over. They didn't say nothing about nothing, okay? I own a big chunk of Linnea. I'm not worried about it. I'm not telling you to buy it, but I own a fat sack of Linnea because I really believe Swift's going to use that one. All right, let's go to the next deep dive. I'm going to be deleting articles as I read them and deep dives so I don't get confused. I'm already enough confused from all the drugs. Okay, Kibalis. What the hell is Kibalis? Let's take a look. Is a fully regulated bank-led joint venture. It's out of Amsterdam. There we go again. You notice this Dutch Amsterdam shit? There was something going on with that. Kibalis is formed by a consortium of 12 major European banks to issue a MiCA compliant. That means it's all legal, everybody. This thing is going to rip. It's a 1-to-1 backed euro denominated stable coin. It's an Ethereum money token under MiCA. The planned launch is in the second half of 2026. Reserves will be 100% backed by euros. It's programmable payments, near instant low-cost settlements. Wow, kind of sounds like Ripple, huh? Or at least something running on the XRP ledger. Let's put it like that. I mean, shit, all these banks are already Ripple partners anyway, so, you know. The strategic goal is to establish a trusted European payment standard, reduce reliance on the United States dollar. See what we're going to see here, everybody. They want to prevent digital dollarization. They want to switch out of the dollar into the, you know what's going to happen? This is going to cause a crisis in America. I'm just letting you know in advance, okay? Me and Zoltar were talking earlier. I gave him about half a pound of cocaine to snort, and I snorted about 5 pounds. And we came up with this, because after reading this, I think I see how all this is coming together. This Kibalis digital euro for wholesale will affect greatly the dollar. They won't be using it as much. America has to go last. There has to be a crisis, a black swan, and this is going to be part of it, okay? This is going to greatly affect the United States dollar. We're going to get into emergency mode. I'm just letting you know in advance so you're not all spooked out, but we will have to go into emergency mode, and that's how this crypto is going to have to take off, okay? People that don't know are going to get scared. I'm not scared. I've been waiting for this fucking shit for 6 years now. I already knew all this stuff would happen. What does this crypto do, this Kibalis? It bridges traditional finance with blockchain, everybody. Simultaneous, that's atomic settlement. That's Ripple right there. An exchange between digital assets and fiat rails. This is instantaneous. Remember Ripple Singapore? Well, I'm not going to show you right now. Ripple Singapore, that's what this is. Remember, gold and silver in your wallet. Exchanging stocks, commodities, all this shit right here is Ripple's platform. Ripple Singapore. You know that Ripple Singapore Northern Channel talks about. That's what this is. Traditional finance, instant change between crypto and fiat rails. Ta-da, that's Ripple Singapore right there. This shit's already been done like 13 years ago. Okay. This Kibalis positions itself as a neutral shared market infrastructure rather than a single bank coin, allowing member banks to offer client services like wallets. Oh, here we go, everybody. Wallets, custody, while maintaining interoperability. I'm going to tell you what have I been telling you? Ripple's going to be coming out with a wallet. You'll see. Then everybody's going to use that Ripple wallet. I always find stuff out early, everybody. What Ripple's going to do is use the 2014 Ripple Singapore wallet. Just saying. It's kind of funny. Like on Crypto Hulk channel, I showed you all that old news. And guess what? All these little dickless wonders like Crypto Hulk, all he does is show all this old shit from 2013. That stuff's not even relevant anymore. Ha 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 ha. I'm like, wow. Sad. Very sad. Low IQ individuals on this Twitter Spaces. All right. Or X Spaces. Whatever the fuck they are. Whatever they are. Looks like Crypto Hulk always knew from day one, huh? That's why they're going to get destroyed. And the people that their little fucking crypto shows are so fucking stupid. Let's look here, see who's involved in this. Any cryptos? Let's take a little gander here. Bitpanda. No full employees. Okay, we know Fireblocks. Fully my car, venture capital. Consortium banks. BBVA. So they're listing all the banks, shareholders. Let me scroll through Fireblocks. Who are they partnering with to get this done? Nobody. Okay, crypto exchanges. Connections. Kikes Bank. We already know all those. Okay, I didn't see any there. Let me click out of this. Here's Taurus. Now, we know Taurus is going to be a major part of this. Here's the Taurus webpage. I want you to see something right there. So there's Taurus with their custody and stuff, right? Now, they're working with Temenos, right? Okay. Now, look right here. Who is Temenos a partner of? Let me read the article for you. Ripple-friendly Temenos picked by Société Générale Group to modernize major bank in the Czech Republic. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. So Taurus, who's providing custody out of a Switzerland company, the same Temenos where Ripple got their custody, both in Switzerland, but Taurus is working with Temenos, but Temenos is Ripple friendly. And they hooked up the other banks involved in this called Société Générale. So we got Ripple written all over this fucking thing. There's Taurus, Temenos. I'll click out of that. Now, they're also using a company. Now, Taurus, let's take a little look here at Taurus. It was founded April 2018 in Geneva, Switzerland. How about that? There is no Taurus coin. If you find one, it's fake. Everything on Solana is like fake. Solana is like the pump dump capital of crypto. Let's look at who are the founders. Lamine Brahimi is the CFA. Sebastian is working with that person. You got FINMA people you got the top people. All these government regulator people quit and came to work for this project. Government regulation. Who are the government people involved in this? I'm scanning all of this. It's anti-money laundering. It's all right. This thing is good to go. Obviously, you got the Arab Bank. The Arab Bank is involved in this. Son of a gun. So you got Cedar Monday Ventures. Cedar Monday Ventures. I'm going to do a deep dive on that. I have a feeling I know what that is. Just give me a second. We'll give somebody remind me to go to Cedar Adventures. Where's the Taurus? Okay. Banks. We got Deutsche Bank, all the top banks, all these damn banks. Turkey, this bank from Turkey. Misyon, M-I-S-Y-O-N Bank out of Turkey. We know there's a thing called Ripple Turkey, so that makes sense. I already showed you Ripple Turkey 2014. Taurus, regulated marketplace, travel rule. It's heavily fintech blockchain native. This platform, Kibalis, supports Ethereum, Solana, Stellar, Hedera, Hashgraph. That's HBAR crypto. It also supports Hyperledger, Besu. That is Stellar's involved in that, amongst some other ones. But Stellar, well, they already say Stellar up there, but okay, Hyperledger, Besu then is Quorum, but the Hyperledger itself is a portion of Stellar. Of course, we got Temenos is involved, and we know that that's Ripple right there. State Street. Oh, an American bank is involved in this. Yes, I mean, State Street. I don't know if State Street's American, but State Street's involved with this. Full digital custody. Deutsche Bank, Clear Bank, Circle Mint, Mission Bank, SYZ Bank, others, Arab Bank, Flowdesk, ZigChain. They've integrated blockchains here. Hedera, HBAR is integrated right there. And Hedera is working with Seals Q, and HBAR is officially a Ripple partner with Algorand. Stellar, if you own Stellar, congratulations. They are integrated. These cryptos right here, Solana is integrated, and then there's some others. Lido, Lido. Lido DAO, if you have DAO, Lido DAO, I have that. They're integrated in this right here. They're specifically mentioned. Chainlink, obviously, for never mind. With Chainlink, yeah. Launch. Okay, red flags. Okay, that is enough for that one. Let me see about this Grok search. Talos. Where does that one come from? Is that from a different one here? Yeah, I think that's that one. Okay, there's that. Now let's look at this Cedar Monday Ventures is a venture capital firm founded in 2016. Spain-based Monday and Kuwait-based, operates as a Beirut, London-based cross-border tech invest. Now that's interesting. Whoa, Beirut, Lebanese. Interesting, huh? And they're working with London. A cross-border tech investor in Lebanon. Oh, looky here. Look who got caught with their pants down, screwing the pooch. Tech investments. From the Al-Bahar family, the Al-Bahar, BAHAR office in the Kuwait and Arzan venture capital. Well, you got the Saudis involved in this one. You got the Saudis in here greasing the wheels, of Lebanese. Very, very interesting. This is how Lebanon's going to get all hooked up, everybody. You get the Saudis, because the Lebanese will trust the Saudis over an American shit. So Ripple hooks up the Saudis. You see this? And then the Saudis go in to help the Lebanese. That's what's up. That is how this shit's going down. We're seeing it right here. Kuwait and London. Okay, all these connect. That's how it's all connected. The Al-Bahar family. Links to Mundi Ventures. It's all fintech. Taurus Group is involved with I see what's going on. Okay. So Taurus is hooked up with the Saudis and the Lebanese. London is kind of in there. The London people are to the Saudis, and the Saudis tell the Lebanese what to do. Okay, I see this. But the total shot callers here is out of Switzerland. They're the big boss here. Some very, very important people in Switzerland are calling the top 5 families of the world. That's what's up. Jobby, money, vendors. Okay, red flags. Lebanese. Founding sponsor of Lebanese in Technology. It's called LIT, Disapora Network. Each with tech hubs in London, Paris, and Dublin. So this Arzan Venture Capital with Knox Management and Chart Venture Partners USA, they help the Lebanese in technology. So that is what's going on. You got the Saudis, the United States, London's in there, but they're the ones assisting Lebanon to get this shit done. Okay. Got it. Taurus. And then, of course, the Arab Bank is right in there, too. You gotta have the Muslims hooked up, and, you know, that's how they're doing this. Now, who are some tech collaborators? Let's see if I recognize anybody here. No, I don't. That's about all that I can recognize in that right there. Where are we at? Let me take a short break here. 53 minutes into the program. So that's kind of what I do in my spare time. What I'll do is I'll read an article, and then I try to find all the people that made that article happen. The article's not going to tell you shit. So what I have to do is try to put together something that makes sense of the article. Like, how are all these European banks just doing all this shit? The article's not going to tell you shit. So I have to come in and deep dive and show you what companies, these little silent little venture capital companies that come in with Chainlink or Stellar and shit, and the Lebanese in technology kind of thing. And Hulk, I don't know if you know but Zebek is up 100% since last year. Okay, that's good. I have about a lot of Zebek. Now, this one dude I was talking to, he's got like 14 million Zebek. I'm like, dude, that is fucking nuts, though. I like it. XRP Shaman. Why was Ripple and Zebek the only companies invited to the Treasury meet a couple of months back? Brand new $500 people. Don't tell nobody, but remember what I was telling you, your first week and 2 and 3 of being a member, what cryptos you need to get? Don't say what it is, but Crypto Hulk, you're fucking right, dude. No fucking way. All right, I think I'll wrap it up right there. We had a great show, very interesting. My name's Crypto Hulk. I got to go pick up some Vietnamese food, and I'll see you all in my next program.